Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm gonna show you some improvements I've made to the landmark system in Mesh Morpher Graph. And with these changes I think we improved the quality of life when we are working with the landmarks and 3D wrapping in Mesh Morpher Graph, right? So it's pretty simple. I'm loading static mesh, which is a meta-human conform mesh, and another static mesh, which is the target mesh. And to select the landmarks that we're looking into, just use the select landmarks node. And if we click the node, we will be able to see our landmark menu, right? So now we have symmetric landmark splines. So if we press D or we click on start spline, we enter spline mode. And if we hold shift and start clicking on the mesh to select the landmarks, we will see that we have our symmetric landmark, our symmetric spline automatically created, right? Same happens for the target mesh, works the same. It's pretty cool. When our spline landmarks are using symmetric option, we will see this green indicator here that this is a symmetric thing, right? So another thing now with the newest version, if we click on the mesh to select a point landmark or control point, when there is no association with this landmark in the target mesh, it will have a question mark, right? And after we select it, then the question mark disappears, right? And when we select a landmark, we will see that our correspondent is also visually marked as selected. This will allow us to quickly identify where our landmarks are positioned, right? And if we hold left control and click, it will reposition the landmark, right? So this is one thing. And another thing, if we hold shift and click on the mesh, we will see that now we have both our landmarks created and both have the question marks, right? And if we start selecting the correspondents, we will see that they get automatically marked as they contain a correspondent already, right? So let's delete this. Now you can see our landmark appears that it doesn't have a correspondence, right? Let's let's add a multiple landmarks here. So at this point, what we can do is if you want to first select the correspondent for a landmark with the ID 3, you just do it like this, then it will automatically jump to the next one, right? Which is 2. As you can see, it will allow us to better manage our landmarks. I think this is a great improvement in the landmark selection process, and this literally makes everything much easier, right? So this was a huge pain point in the landmark system, and now I think it's fixed. I think this works pretty good, right? Another thing, we can load landmarks from assets, and when we load, we can select the mapping mode, which is going to be either UV based or position based, right? Kind of like I mean, it's almost like the classic functionality. It works the same as in the classic version where we can have UV landmarks as well, right? You select once the landmarks, you save them, and then when you load, it will load them correctly based on the UV layout, right? You can apply the same landmarks to For example, another metahuman head with different shape but same UV layout. So now that we have some landmarks created, these landmarks and even the mesh is provided by Yasin. Is one of my friends, and he was experimenting with a Mesh Morpher Graph, and he came up with these landmark selection here, right? So let's move to non-rigid fit, and we're gonna just use the defaults, and let's hear it. Once we hit the non-rigid fit button, we will see our preview here, which is a real-time preview of how the algorithm is performing, right? And you can see actually the mesh deforming in real time based on the algorithm, right? So this is pretty cool. It's a good indication that you've selected good landmarks or not, because if you have bad landmarks, you will see that some stuff doesn't go well at early iterations, right? So now this is it. This is the result that we got using the provided landmarks. It looks pretty good. It's pretty fast considering the amount of work that has been done with the mesh, right? We used multiple resolutions. We used three subdivisions, and we used three levels of decimation and one subdivision level. So this was a full workload. It was heavy, and yeah, I think this is it for this video. I just wanted to show you the new landmark system in Mesh Morpher Graph, and see you around. Bye.